Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. My guest at this time is professional wrestler and referee Kaci Dillon.
How's it going, folks?
We're glad to have you here. So, Kaci, I have a couple of questions. What made you decide to start your wrestling organization, the Belladonna division?
Ooh, easy enough. That's the easy question. Veronica Fairchild, my partner, and I, we we noticed there wasn't a whole lot of women's wrestling down in the South. Of course, you got Shine in Florida, and you've got some other companies, but overall, there wasn't a lot of options down there in Alabama. And so, that was one thing she always wanted to do. She came up in the early 2000s to the mid 2000s time, and it was a different world for women's wrestling then. And she secretly wanted to do it. And then when I left most in ring action, I decided it was time to do it. And we got together, and through the help of Scream Queen Daphne, we got it set up and started, and it's going good.
Yeah. What made you decide to stop from wrestling to referee to organization? What was the decision behind that?
Yeah, so back in Thanksgiving of 2019, I had another knee injury while I was over in London, and that was came to my fourth knee surgery on the same knee, and it's just too much.
Right.
So I think thought it was best to go ahead and leave wrestling.
Mhm.
I do need my knee in everyday life.
Right.
So gave it up and started refereeing. Started reffing after some folks talked me into becoming a referee. And I realized how hard it was. So I definitely had to go back to training to learn how to be a referee. And so now refereeing and promoting, it's the easy life these days.
What's the best part about being a referee now?
Oh, way more ring time. Like way more matches instead of just one. I get to be in there 3, 4, 5, sometimes more times per night.
Is it interesting for people who used to be your opponents to now see you as a referee who used to wrestle you in the squared circle?
It's awkward sometimes. It's awkward. The good thing is I most of the time I know where to stay out of the way at because I know what offense are usually going to hit. But it could be different. Especially, I guess they don't have to keep an eye on me as much anymore, right?
You're right.
But it's always great to be able to be back in the ring, especially with some of the girls that used to be my favorites to work with. When I gave up wrestling and I could no longer, that's one thing I was going to miss the most was not being able to be out there with them. And then all of a sudden I'm with them, multiple times per month again, and it's wonderful.
I'm glad that it's working out for you. And what can fans expect from the Belladonna division?
Oh boy, he's ready for this one. So January 15th, we are crowning our first ever Forbidden Elegance champion. Super excited about that. We've been doing the tournament, the preliminary match tournaments for about over a year now.
Oh, wow.
So we've finally come to the conclusion. We've got all the preliminary matches done, all the setups done. Looking forward to that. We've been partnering with some other promotions throughout the country. And one of the things that we wanted to do that was a little different from everyone else was not have our product only be able to be seen live in like one or two particular locations. So partnering with other promotions throughout the country, we've been able to take over as other promotions' women's division. And that itself has led to us being able to run our shows throughout different parts of the country: California, Illinois, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. Like all these dates are coming up soon. So like massive things in terms of us getting out there. Another great thing that just happened to us recently was starting in January, we will be on Fight TV.
Awesome.
Yeah, so expect live pay-per-views coming up in probably around April or May timeframe. So we're super pumped about that one. That's gonna be so much fun.
Well, we'll keep promoting in Dan-A-Plooza, and we look forward to those events. And it's great for those who can't be there live to watch it virtually as well.
Yeah, I hope one of the things that we do is we sell it right now. We sell the matches on our website post show. Of course, it's not live, but great feedback from people. So got a lot of customers, got a lot of European customers, so that makes me happy too.
Growing up, was there a wrestler that you looked up to?
Oh man, Sting. Super huge Sting fan. I still love Sting, and I've literally followed every iteration of Sting. From Surfer Boy to the Icon to you name it, NWO. We've seen it all, and yeah, always love Sting. Everything about him. Yeah, always my favorite. Always will be my favorite.
What do you think about him with Darby Allin in AEW?
It's interesting, right? So it's not something that I would have immediately pictured off the top of my head, but it's working. And I believe it's going to work in the future, continue to work in the future. And we'll see what, he's got somebody there that can save him from do a whole lot at his age. So,
Yeah, that's good.
A weird team up became an interesting team up. We'll say that.
Definitely. I thought it was all over after WWE and the Buckle Bomb, and so I'm glad he's back, and I love everything that he's doing. My favorite version is with the blonde hair.
Oh, Surfer Boy.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Stinger. You gotta love the Stinger.
Is there a certain thing that you look most forward to this time of year?
Sounds cheesy, but I absolutely love it. I love bad Christmas movies. And at this time of year, they are loaded everywhere, all over streaming, Lifetime channel, the Hallmark, all those horrible, cheesy, totally predictable, low budget, just B-rated Christmas films. For some reason, I love the death out of them. And getting my hopes up that one day I might get a white Christmas. So, never had one.
Never had one?
Nope, never had one.
I hope you get it.
Me too. It'd be great.
Oh, Bad Christmas. I think of like movies like Krampus.
So bad.
What's the oh man, it's an old horror movie, and the guy pretty much he goes and he like stalks and he like goes after all these teenagers or something like that. I remember he goes after one with like a plastic bag or something. It's an older horror movie. It's very like 70s, 80s.
I don't know that one. That you gave me something to Google, so I will Google that one later.
Every time I see the title and there's like a girl and there's like a plastic bag, I'm like, so how has the wrestlers, what has the feedback been from them being a part of your wrestling division?
So how do they feel about the Belladonna division?
Yeah.
So I mean, I've never had anybody complain, right? So I think it's safe to say that all the ladies are happy that there is somewhere else to work
Right.
that's specifically geared towards women's wrestling. More importantly, I feel that, it's just an opinion. I feel that most of the girls are happy that there's a safe place that they can work. It's a place that they can feel 100% comfortable doing whatever they want to do. That there's no type of bad juju, no type of weird past from anyone back there that is involved with our company. So and especially a new market. Women's wrestling in the South is still relatively new. It's not something that's really kicked off. It's not as popular as it is out in the West Coast or up in the Northeast. Um, Still talking about an old school crowd here. So the fact that you know it's a new adventure, it's a new market, and I think most of the girls are happy to be a part of it.
Well, I see you have a stacked card, and for some people watching, they'll recognize some of the talent. I see you have AEW Aubrey Edwards, um, uh, Lady Frost, who's been on Impact Wrestling and NWA Power, Renee Michelle, who was in WWE, Chalance Royal, who's wrestled on AEW Dark. So it seems like are they also getting opportunities from the Belladonna division? Is it kind of increasing where they're getting even more opportunities outside?
I can't speak for all of them for sure, but I will say that Shalance herself has gotten more work throughout the country due to not only being a part of the Belladonna division and
Oh, your audio. Audio. Your audio. I can't hear. This technical difficulty, folks. Just having some difficulties. Just be patient. Oh. Well, we'll see if she's able to come back. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to re-invite her, and we'll get right back to it. So just bear with me, folks. Excuse me. I want to thank everybody so far that's been tuning in. You guys are amazing. So I sent the link to her. So hopefully she'll be right back on the air. All right. And we are back.
I am so sorry. I have no idea what just happened.
It's okay. I just promoted stuff and just worked it.
I got a phone call and it just like kicked me off. I apologize. Anyways, I do remember the question, so we'll go back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because the Belladonna division is the women's promotion for, or women's division rather, for so many companies, a lot of these girls, especially Shalance, for instance, is getting a lot of more national exposure than she was, and her bookings have increased throughout the country because of it.
That's amazing. I talked to Shalance about a few weeks ago, and I told her about this, and she said she was going to watch this and get back to me. So we'll see if she wants to be a guest on the show. I'd love to have her.
Oh, I'm sure she would. You get some beautiful singing from her too.
Oh, yeah, good. Then we'll do duets. um, Folks, I just want to say that I have seen Kaci wrestle before. Kaci is an amazing wrestler. She has a lot of passion and heart, and I encourage everybody who's watching this to please support her in the Belladonna division and support women's wrestling.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliments. And, if you make it down to Bama, we definitely want you to come to the show.
Okay, I definitely will. It's actually interesting because I'm actually starting a women's wrestling panel. So I'm going to have All Natural Ashley,
Okay.
Ronnie Nicole, and the Woad.
Interesting. I have prior ring time with all those ladies. Was just with the Woad this last weekend at WrestleCade on Ladies Night Out. I do love me some Woad.
Everybody loves the Woad.
How can you not?
Exactly. But in February, we're going to have that. So stay tuned. We're going to do a Q&A and all kinds of stuff. So it's
Awesome.
going to
Well,
be
you definitely have
awesome.
me as a watcher.
Exactly. And if we can, if you are interested, we could do one for the Belladonna division. We could do a panel of different female wrestlers and promote that as well.
Sounds good. Absolutely.
So we will do whatever we can. That's what the Dan-A-Plooza is all about. We want to get you more exposure, and we want you to increase new odds and become more popular and cherished.
I'll never complain about that. Put me on screen. I'll never turn anything down.
Well, this has just been really great. I can't begin to thank you enough. I'm just ecstatic to have you here. And is there anything else you would like to say or promote, or anything else you'd like to say in general on Dan-A-Plooza?
Well, absolutely. I'm not going to go anywhere without putting my shows over, right? So January 15th, Gadsden, Alabama, the Belladonna division presents Coronation.
All right.
Once again, we are crowning the first ever Forbidden Elegance champion. We've got former WWE star Renee Michelle on there. AEW stars Aubrey Edwards. We've got former AEW star Ivelisse.
Oh, wow.
We've got Impact stars Jordan Grace, Lady Frost as well. Tons of girls have done a lot of stuff with AEW, Impact as well. And of course, you can visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as the Belladonna Division. You can visit thebelladonnadivision.com, where you can see all of our pay-per-views, get all of our tickets to all of our live events. April 16th, we will be making a debut show in Illinois, in Mount Vernon, Illinois. So we're looking forward to that date as well. And also, not to leave these guys out, March 19th is our brother promotion, British Empire Wrestling. We'll be having a show live in Gadsden, Alabama for that one, featuring former 205 Live champion, Rich Swann.
Oh, wow. Like
Stu Young will be making an appearance. We also have Sam Adonis signed for that show, Paul Jourdain, Nick Comoroto, Brick Aldridge, and tons of more. So it's going to be fantastic. You'll be able to visit thebelladonnadivision.com to get tickets for that as well. And follow us on all the social media, and you'll get all the info for it.
I'll definitely, if it's available virtual, I'll definitely tune in.
Oh, it will be. It will definitely be on Fight TV.
All right. I'll watch that, and definitely keep supporting the women's wrestling, all wrestling. And I'd like to thank my guest, Kaci Dillon. We definitely would like to have Kaci Dillon back. We're going to try and get some of the Belladonna division wrestlers on here, and we're going to keep supporting Dan-A-Plooza. I want to thank everybody. One more guest, Aylin Isley, who is an actress, will be up at 9. Thank you, everybody.
Bye, guys.